Presenting yourself for interim work is very different to that of applying for a permanent position. The client's focus is on your current skill set, your experience, and your ability to solve their immediate problems. The best interim executives are able to reflect on their skill set, background and experience and distill it into a service offering they can quickly and clearly articulate to a potential client. This can range from providing interim leadership services with a particular understanding of a sector through to solving technical problems for the organisation. It takes time to reflect on both what you are good at as well as what you feel there is a market for. Deciding on your day rate is a combination of art and science. Yes, there is a mathematical equation you can complete, your salary divided by 220 plus 15%, but there are more factors to consider. You should view it almost as a mini tendering exercise. Factors to consider are the volume of work that you're being offered, the location, the profile of the work, who you'll be working with, also future opportunities the work might provide. Consideration of all these factors can help you reach a day rate. For example, you may charge a higher day rate for a short-term piece of work that you've delivered several times previously in a similar sector. Alternatively, you may be a little bit more flexible with your rate for work in a different sector or with a board or group of executives that you may find useful to work with in the future. What most people find helpful is to have a range in the back of their mind that they try and work to. A lot is written about CVs and people often find creating them stressful. In our view, the client should be able to decide on your suitability by looking at the first page of your profile. It should contain your contact details, a summary of your product offering, and a snapshot of the jobs that you've had in reverse chronological order. Your CV should be a flexible document. For example, if you're going for a position in an industry that you know, then there's likely to be more industry-specific terminology that you could add into the CV to increase its credibility. In the same way CVs are different, the interview process can vary dramatically. The briefing information you receive could range from an initial 5-minute phone call or briefing with a few headline points right the way through to a formal document including the job description for the permanent job. More often than not, it's your style and approach rather than your technical skills that are under scrutiny in the interview. While of course you'll discuss your background and experience, often the client will spend the first few minutes describing the circumstances that have resulted in your being there. You should then discuss how you might solve the problem. The assessment will be based on the client's selection of the person whose approach feels the best for the business at that point in time, rather than an analysis of your technical skills. At this level, technical skills are taken for granted. It's therefore important you're able to think quickly and show how you might solve a client's problems in a way that best benefits their business. It's important to get the issue of expenses cleared up before you start a contract. If you're travelling interstate for the work, then clients fall into two camps. The first commits to a day rate for the work and then separates your expenses with an agreed allowance amount. This is the way that government and publicly funded organisations like to work. The second involves negotiating a day rate that includes your expenses even if they vary. This is more typical in the private and commercial sectors. O'Meara Partners are not qualified to offer tax advice. We leave that to your own accountant. However, we can make some general observations about what works well in the marketplace. Most interims work on a day rate and will either work through their own company, established appropriately with their accountant, or go on a casual employment contract through a recruitment provider. You'll find that when you're sourcing work directly, if you have your own company established, it will make winning the work a lot easier. It's then simply a case of agreeing the contract day rate, sending the client your invoice. However, always talk to a specialist accountant about what's best for you.